We're back. Today, I think we're going to try and fit one of the panels.
Slowly kisses passing by the river.
So some of you might be wondering why I've been mainly doing the underneath and I haven't actually started fitting any of the panels, because I did get panels free with the car, if you remember. Now, main reason for this has been because effectively I bought the car blind, had no logbook with the car. I've been putting off fitting these panels because if something went wrong with the logbook on the car, for argument's sake, say the car was scrapped and I had no ability to be able to put the car back on the road because I'm not having another Q plate, had one in the past, didn't end too well. Yeah, worst case scenario, chop the car for bits. I always had the panels to fall back on the cell, so I could at least made my money back on the car if nothing else, with all the few bits that I did get with the car. Now I'm glad to say I have the logbook back for it. I am also very pleased to say 3 previous owners, number 4, low owner, low mile car. I would like to say it'd be worth something, however everyone can see just the work that's gone into it, so don't be fooled. Just because you buy a low owner, low mile car doesn't necessarily make it in good condition. Yeah, black and white of it is. 3 previous owners, 4th owner, happy days. So today I think what we're going to do is we're going to make a start and get this sill cut off and see what actual damage and how much rot is in this back corner. So we'll get on, get the sill cut off, see exactly what we're dealing with, and then we'll go from there.
Nowadays, nothing really is ice. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's ice. I got wifey on blinking, she freeze.
So I've offered the new sill up. Pattern parts, man, you gotta love them. So what I've done is I've just scribed a long line along where the sill lies to. But what I'll do, just for cutting it off, I'll cut behind the line, and then when I come to fit it up properly, I can just creep up on the line ever so slightly, because I'm a bit tight on this back end here, so the whole thing needs to come back over. But that makes sense because I'm actually sitting slightly proud of this line here, so that should give us what I need to get just to creep it back over a bit. But I've scored the line up, as I say. What I'll do is I'll just trim underneath the line so I can come up to it, whack the spot welds out along this door edge, take that, and then that'll be the sill off, and then we'll see what we're dealing with underneath. Funny how much easier something gets when you've actually got the tools, the proper tools to do it. Yeah, pretty much what I expected. These here that's just surface rust. There's nothing on the inside. There's no signs of it on the inside, so I'll just rub that back, treat that. Same there. This here, I'm gonna have to reconstruct that, and somehow I'm gonna have to try and work out what to do with this piece here that's rotten. I think there's going to be 2 or 3 patches in there, so be a bit of work to do in this back corner. But as I said, I've cut just below the line, drilled the spots out just below the line. I've got to trim this piece out here. Sills, it's all right. It doesn't fit the best, but I'm sure a little bit of bending and shaping and stretching should be able to get it to go. So I've dressed it up a bit, took the loose off it. It's still absolutely solid, so I'm happy enough with that. A bit of surface rust, that's all it is, so I'm going to treat it with some crust. Then I'll have to start the reconstruction of this back piece here. Been told from somebody in the group that it's got a scarf into the outer sill, so it'll obviously come down, have a little lead edge on to weld into the sill. What I might do, just for give it a bit extra strength, I might bring it down and weld it into the inner sill as well. While I'm in here, I'd be foolish not to. But I think this part back here is going to be fun to have to rebuild. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm probably going to order some inner arches, I think, just so I can return this lip, as I said before. Return this lip, and this needs a bit of work back here, but I'll deal with that when I come to do the outer arch. But other than that, I'm going to treat that with some crust now. Get this off, we don't need that. There we go. Treat that with some crust now, so that'll be all protected inside there. I'll give it a lash over with some weld-through primer on the inside of the sill. But again, once I'm done everything, I'm gonna I'll feed a line down and wax oil all the inside, so hopefully it'll prevent it from rusting again in the future. So there we are. I think I'll treat that with some crust and then knock it on the head for tonight. Had a bit of a clean up in the corner. I treated that last night with rust eater. I had a bit of a clean up in the corner because I had a little smiley face in the corner, a little bit of rot through. Which obviously you can't buy this pieces of well, you probably can buy this for a piece of repair section once upon a time, but not now. So I've just chopped that out. I'm just going to literally make a little piece for in there, folds around, it comes up to there. That's all. What else are you going to do with carved slabs? That's all you've got in the corners, just that little piece there, like so. However, anybody who's tackling this job at home, just be a little bit aware that your seatbelt mounts up inside and quite probably attached to that. So what I'll do is I'll fasten this back in. I'll just pop a spot on there. When I put the new piece on, I'll drill a few holes and plug weld that as well through there. Yeah, seatbelt mount to pop back in. Make a little plate for in here, but it gives us a chance to get in there protected and seam sealed a little there, primed as well a little bit. Once that piece there is done, I think I'm constructing this purely off the top of my head here. I believe this piece here actually comes down to about there. You can feel there where it came to. So I'm just going to weld a section onto the end there just to fill that in, and then it's just a matter of this shape to the inside of the sill, and then I can get the sill welded back on. But we'll see how far we'll get on with this today. Don't think I'll get the sill welded on in this video, but we'll make it for the next one. But other than that, I mean, all the rot's chopped out. This piece here that I'm making has to have a little return lip to come down the inside of here, just to there, just a little bit, just to hold it onto that. And I'll just scarf this in along here. Should be quite a easy little patch to make.
Still young, but I move like a new deal to my lawyer. If you're down in my management, I'm just warming up a way till I old producers saw the numbers one. Different colors in my baggy light. Chalk it up, talk of the town where you're talking up. Wanna get you a ring and you tough enough. Wanna get you new things with your pockets dull. Run it up. I used to be quiet and out of luck. Now I move up and move humble cause the hate and the jealousy. My mama telling me.
Right, I've got my plate cut. It's a bit rough, but as I weld it, I'll shape it to get it right, and then just trim the excess off the bottom and side as I need to. I've cleaned up inside there. In hindsight, I probably should have cleaned up before I put that on. Yeah, I put that on. I've cleaned up as best I can inside there. I'm going to treat it inside there with some rust cure, and I'll get these primed up with weld-through primer, get it ready for welding up. Unfortunately, as with a lot of things, that's what you seem to spend most of your time doing, is just waiting for primer to dry. So probably not get a lot more done on this piece today. So since I can't go any further tonight, I've just added a coat of weld-through primer to the inside of the sill. That's all ready. I need to make a patch for that. This is done. I've also welded on a little lug down there, which I believe that's where it comes to. So yeah, weld-through primer on. Hopefully, touch wood, the next video that I roll up will be the sill going on. I call that a wrap for this week's video. As I say, I feel like I've made good progress with this today. Last couple of days anyway. Good progress with it, so we're in a good state. The sill, touch wood, hopefully should get welded on next week, after I've done a few more repairs to the back corner. I am going to wait, well, I do need inner arch repair panels. I don't think I'm going to fit the whole panel now though, because I've actually unrolled the arch in the whole years I've worked on cars. Didn't think I would ever be unrolling some arches, but I managed to unroll them. They're straightened up, feel pretty solid on the inside. So I think probably what I'll do is I'll still order the repair panels for the inside, just cut off the fronts and backs that I need, leave the actual arch itself. To be honest, the outer arch isn't actually in that bad a condition either. I'm still sort of humming and hawing over that, whether I just use the two ends to repair the rot that's in there, and maybe leave the original arch in, just purely because I don't want to have to weld across the top of the arch. I'm more worried I'm going to distort the panel, putting too much heat in, because, well, we all know when I get like a little bit carried away with a welder. So yeah, it's a good chance I might just patch the ends of it just to make it right. Once again, thanks for all the new subscribers. Welcome to the channel. I hope you stick around, follow the content. Hopefully, touch wood, you'll see this go from, well, the rotten shell that it was through to hopefully a nice, clean, running, working, fully legit motor. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. See you next time.